गाइस, कैसे आप सभी लोग? आई होप आप सभी लोग सेफ होंगे एंड वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल लर्न विद अंकिता। सबसे पहले हम चैप्टर नंबर 5 स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं आज से। आज की इस वीडियो में हम इंट्रोडक्शन पढ़ेंगे, देन हम डबर्नियर ट्रायड, न्यूलैंड्स लॉ ऑफ ऑक्टेव्स एंड मेंडलीव्स क्लासिफिकेशन पढ़ेंगे। एंड तक इस वीडियो के बने रहना एंड अगर आपको मेरी वीडियोस अच्छी लगती हैं तो लाइक कीजिए एंड इस वीडियो को आप 150 लाइक्स तक पहुंचा दीजिए एंड चैनल को भी सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए एंड अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर कीजिए। सो लेट्स बिगिन विद आवर वीडियो। सबसे पहले आज तक हमें 118 प्लस एलिमेंट्स नोन है, ठीक है। हमें कितने सारे एलिमेंट्स पता है ना। तो अब उन सब एलिमेंट्स को पढ़ना हमारे लिए कितना डिफ़िकल्ट होगा, क्योंकि इतने सारे एलिमेंट्स हमारे नेचर में नोन है तो उन सबको पढ़ना कितना ही ज़्यादा डिफ़िकल्ट होगा। तो साइंटिस्ट ने सोचा कि क्यों ना इसे क्लासिफाई किया जाए। अब वाई इज़ क्लासिफिकेशन नेसेसरी, एक क्वेश्चन यहाँ पर आता है दैट वाई इज़ क्लासिफिकेशन नेसेसरी। तो क्यों नेसेसरी है? ताकि वी कैन स्टडी ऑल द एलिमेंट्स, ऑल द नोन एलिमेंट्स ईजिली। ओके, नाउ हाउ टू क्लासिफाई दीज एलिमेंट्स? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, साइंटिस्ट टोल्ड दैट लेट्स क्लासिफाई दीज एलिमेंट्स according to the metals and non-metals and then the metalloids. Okay, we know that elements are divided into 3 parts: metals, non-metals and metalloids. Again, in metals we have so many elements. How can we study each and every element nicely so that we can discover more elements in the future? So scientists thought that we should classify all the other elements in the metals, non-metals and metalloids according to their similar properties. Okay, they told that the elements which belong to the similar properties should be kept in the same slot. Okay, so this was all about the classification. Now there were many scientists who just tried the classification but they got failed. Okay, let's study some of them. Let's study this procedure out. Okay, so first is the Dubernier's triad. Okay, Dubernier's triad. The Dubernier was a German chemist. Okay, his full name was Johann Wolfgang Dubernier. Okay, so when he was working out in search of classification of elements, what he did, he just arranged all the elements in the increasing atomic masses. Okay, he took all the elements, he arranged all the elements known at that time into the order of the increasing atomic masses. Okay, then he put the 3 elements into a group. Okay, he took 3 elements and made a group, and he found that the first and the third elements mean, atomic mass mean, was roughly equal to the second atomic number. Okay, but he got failed. But what was the drawback, or what was the limitation that he got failed at? He has only one limitation, that is he could identify only 3 triads from the elements known at that time. So this was all about Dubernier triads. Okay, the classification which he did has been given the name of Dubernier's triad. Okay, now let's move to the Newland's law of octaves. So Newland was the English scientist. When he was working out, the elements were 56. Okay, the elements at that point of time were 56. But what he did in his working, what he did in his classification basically, he also arranged the elements in the order of increasing atomic masses. Okay, he arranged the elements into the order of increasing atomic masses. Then after the arrangement, what he found that the every 8th element has properties similar to its first element. Okay, So he compared this to the octaves which is found in the music, like sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. The sa, the first sa and the eighth sa is similarly pronounced. That's why he gives this as the music octaves. Okay, he compared the properties, the similar properties of an elements to the octaves in the music. So he gave the name as Newland's law of octaves. Okay, so this was basically his law, his classification, but he got failed too. Now, what were his limitations or what were his drawbacks? Okay, so first of all, his law was only applicable up to the calcium. Nextly, he proudly told that no more elements would be discovered in the future. Now he was so proud at himself that he told that no more elements would be discovered, but in future many more elements were discovered and he failed. He put two elements in these similar slots which have the different properties, okay, which don't have the similar properties. So he arranged like that. And the fourth one is that he was not able to give the places to the noble gases, okay, and noble gases just destroyed his law and he was failed properly. Now let's move on to the Mendeleev's classification. So Mendeleev was a Russian chemist. Okay, he also tried to classify the elements. So what he did basically, he also took the elements and arranged into the increasing atomic masses. Okay, in the order of increasing atomic masses, he arranged the elements. Then what he did, he just took each and every element and reacted it with the hydrogen or oxygen. Why he reacted every element with hydrogen and oxygen? There may be some logic behind it. He reacted each and every element with hydrogen and oxygen because they are very reactive and they form the compounds with each and every elements. Okay. So after the reaction of each and every element with hydrogen and oxygen, he found some of the compounds being formed over there, the formula of some compounds, and the compounds which were very similar, he put into the same slot. He put those elements into the same slot. Okay, so this was about his classification, but he also failed. Okay, and he got some achievements too. Now first of all, let's study about his achievements and then we will study about his limitations or drawbacks. And this is very important. Mendeleev's classification is very important. So let's talk about the achievements of Mendeleev's table or Mendeleev's classification. So what were the achievements of Mendeleev's classification basically, or Mendeleev's periodic table? He left some gaps in his periodic table. Why he left some gaps? Because he boldly predicted that many more elements would be discovered in the future. Okay, so when elements were discovered, the elements were placed easily by putting a preceding word eka in front of the element. Okay, like eka boron, eka silicon and eka aluminium. So which three elements were discovered later? That is very important question from this topic. Which three elements were discovered later? Germanium, gallium, scandium. Okay, these three elements were there which were discovered later. Okay, and this could easily be placed in the Mendeleev's classification. Okay, next is noble gases could also be easily placed without disturbing the entire table. Okay, these were some achievements due to which Mendeleev got a huge name in his career, and there were some limitations too in his work, in his classification. Now what was that? He was not able to give hydrogen its fixed place. Okay, hydrogen has so many similar properties with every element that he could not easily place the hydrogen in the periodic table. Isotopes posed a challenge to Mendeleev's classification, right? Isotopes. Now, what are isotopes? First of all, which have same chemical properties but different atomic masses, right? We have studied about isotopes and isobars, I suppose. This was the second drawback or a second limitation to the Mendeleev's classification. The another one was, if you would be able to see the table over here, the element's atomic mass is not increasing in a regular manner over here. So this was the third limitation or the drawback of Mendeleev's classification or periodic table. So just because of these limitations, Mendeleev also failed. Okay, so we started about the Daubernier, we studied about the Mendeleev's classification, we studied about the Newland's law of octave in this chapter. Now let's just study them into a small table so that you can easily learn them. So first of all, the first point, which is very similar in all the three cases, is all of them arrange the elements in the order of increasing atomic masses. Okay. The second point in the Daubernier was that he took the three elements and made a triad, and he found that the first and the third element's atomic mass mean was roughly equal to the second atomic number, second element. Okay. In Newland's law of octaves, what he did, when after the arrangement, he found that the properties of every eighth element was just similar to its first one. And if we talk about the Mendeleev's, he just reacted each and every element with the hydrogen and oxygen and formed the compounds and arranged into the proper slots. And he arranged into the same slots the elements having the similar properties. This video is just going to be on the modern periodic table. Okay, modern periodic table we are going to talk about in the next very video. Okay, so don't forget to watch that video and let's see how our periodic table was discovered. And if you like my video, please like it, and you can give me the offer of 150 likes on this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you love my channel, and just hit the bell icon also so that you can get my notification very soon, and share my channel and share my videos as much as possible to your friends, relatives and everyone. Thank you.